3 wins in a row, 8 goals scored, 1 conceded, back-to-back 3-0 wins, 7 changes in the lineup today, and yet Graham Potter ran back to 3-0. Potter ball is moving crazy at the minute off the first 3 games. I know it's a very small sample size. Don't get too carried away. But I am definitely seeing improvements like I've said in the past few videos. Listen, man, the smaller things build up the bigger picture and we're starting to see them. Today we saw some free-flowing, beautiful attacking football. It was just beautiful to see. The best performance I've seen so far this season from Chelsea. The best performance I've seen in a long time. And certainly some brilliant individual performances today. Obviously, we're going to get through them in the video, but before we get into the content, you know what I've got to ask you lot to do. That is subscribe if you are new, smash up that like button as well, get us found in that algorithm, leave your thoughts down there in the comments as well, and hit that notification bell so you know when we're coming. And also follow me on the socials as well. They will be coming up here with these little cool animations on the screen. So make sure you do follow. And I've also got the links down there in the description as well. That's actually the quicker way to do it. You just go there, hit the link. It will take you straight to the socials. Boom, bam, bim. There we go. Let's get into today's game at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 3, Wolverhampton 0, and what was a beautiful performance from Chelsea Football Club today. We went with the 4-2-3-1. For those of you that haven't seen the lineups, I do have them on either side of me. And me personally, when I saw the personnel, 7 massive changes in this team, I wasn't too confident before the game. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of players deputising, a lot of players who have come off horrific runs of form. I haven't been putting in the best of performances. Some that I've in particular been very worried about, but they came in today and they definitely showed out for the manager today. I thought it was an excellent performance. From the get-go, from start to finish, it was a magnificent performance. We were dominant from the get-go. We was just pressing moves. Anytime that they got onto the ball, was pressing them out of the game, setting intelligent pressing traps, quite similar to what we saw against AC Milan, recovering the ball back very quickly. The transition again, the transitional football a lot faster. We're moving the ball, 2-touch football, and we're just getting in behind the lines, man. Wolves, they couldn't really sit back. They didn't really know how to handle us. If we was just a lot more clinical in the first half, we would have been out of sight. It could have been about 3 or 4-0 in the first half. It was something ridiculous, like 15 shots, 8 of them on target in the first half. We was really creating chances, something that we had been worried about. We weren't seeing too often, or we were seeing too sporadically in games under our previous manager. But today, we were creating them on a consistent basis. As Piliqueta today, I'm not going to lie to you, one of his best performances that I've seen in a long time. This guy's running back the clock to 16-17. Some of the balls that he was putting in, he was trying to go for Premier League records. If he was clinical enough or just getting in the right positions, he could have had 3 or 4 assists in that first half. But some of those balls that he was putting in, man, definitely should have been rewarded with an assist. He put in a beautiful ball where any striker worth his salt would want it, right in front of the goalkeeper. Beat the goalkeeper by pace on the ground as well, but nobody was hungry enough to get on that back stick and put it, convert it, put it away. But as P was getting forward very well, man, and he was making right decisions, not holding on to the ball too long. Nobody was, to be honest with you. I thought he was brilliant. Koulibaly as well with Trevor Chalobah. I don't really think they put a foot in wrong all game, to tell you the truth. There was a moment in the first half where Wolves did get through. Matheus Nunes, who for me was their best player, skipped past Jorginho, plays the beautiful weighted pass. I can't remember which attacker it was. It might have been Podence or someone like that. But Aspi did have to make the foul. But then again, that's what happens when your midfield is bypassed. You put this pressure on the defence. Smart foul from Azpilicueta. We could have been punished. It was in a very dangerous position. But Kepa, who I thought was excellent today. I thought he's been brilliant. I thought he's been brilliant ever since he stepped in for Mendy. Today in particular, man, was very assured on the ball. Didn't crumble under pressure. His distribution was excellent. Even under pressure was good. Shot stopping was on point as well. Made himself big and available to come and collect the balls. It was great to see from Kepa, so long may that continue. I think he's just been doing brilliant, going on about his business quietly, but credit where it's due. I thought Kepa was brilliant. Koulibaly and Chalobah today, I don't think they put a foot in wrong. I thought they dealt with the aerial duels excellently. Diego Costa didn't get involved in the game at all, really. He did end up going off It was lovely to see the standing ovation and the Diego chance he was getting. Took his time to come off the pitch, did want to do the lap of honour, definitely deserved it. It was a touching moment for me as well. Diego Costa is one of my favourite all-time Chelsea players, so it was lovely to see the fans at Stamford Bridge give him the love that he deserves, innit? But yeah, like I said, the first half he was just creating a lot of chances, man. Gallagher and Mason Mount, I thought that they played well together. They synced excellently. They covered each other in the spaces when one was venturing from it. They were also just up and down the pitch, covering every bit of grass, man. Mason Mount today, this is the best performance I've seen from him in a very long time. He's looking a lot more comfortable in that deeper role, involving himself in what looks like to me to be quite the free role. He's coming back, dropping back into our own box and stopping dangerous attacks as well. Tracking back, really sticking with his man, going forward and being equally as effective. Today he got his 2 assists, but really and truly the first half was just about missed opportunities. It was also getting to a point where I was thinking, man, Kai Havertz really should have at least had 1 goal out of all the chances that he had. Pulisic as well could have really scored. Loftus-Cheek had the chance to score as well. Conor Gallagher had opportunities on goal. There were so many chances for us to score, and it's a story that we've seen as Chelsea fans too often. They're starting to think now, we're playing so well, we're battering these lot, we're getting into the box, we're putting the ball in the right area, but we're just not taking our chances. Could it be a thing where Wolves are going to step into this game at some stage, hit us on the counter-attack, and we get that sucker punch that we're too often familiar with at Chelsea? But that wasn't the case. First half was pure dominance from Chelsea. It was just about not taking our chances that game. We really should have been up that half. Honourable mention to Matheus Nunes of Wolves, who I thought was head and shoulders their best player. Traore was alright as well. I thought we could have done a little bit better with him in that first half. We were giving him a little bit more space. We weren't really pressing him early when he was getting onto the ball. That improved in the second half. I thought Cucurella dealt with him brilliantly as well. Everyone had a good game, I think. So we're going to that second half full of confidence, full of chances created, but just not with our clinical shooting boots on. But in this half, this is where things start to improve even more, even in terms of what I was just saying as well. Cucurella was dealing with Traore a hell of a lot more. Wasn't really allowing him time on the ball, was winning his one-on-one battles with him as well. Things really changed. We really put the squeeze on Wolverhampton. The first goal comes Kai Havertz with a beautiful looped header over Jose Sarr, the Wolves goalkeeper, into the far netting. It was a brilliant header, to be fair, but Kai did need to get on the score sheet. I felt he had several opportunities in the first half to do so. Mason Mount with that assist, a good crossing from that right hand side. Mason's just been involved in every aspect of the game at this point. It is really an inspirational performance from him, as is Conor Gallagher as well. Definitely his best game in the Chelsea shirt. Was absolutely everywhere. Needs to learn how to tackle though, Conor. Definitely needs to improve on his tackles. Needs to know when to engage a man and when not to engage a man, because otherwise he's just going to be getting countless yellow cards and 1 or 2 sending offs before he learns his lesson. But I thought he had a great game, as did Mason Mount. But yeah, that's 1-0. Excellent finish from Kai Havertz. And then from there, we didn't take our foot off the gas. Although Wolves did get a good spell of the ball, but it wasn't really anything meaningful. Defensively, we was dealing with them. Chalobah didn't put a foot in wrong. Like I said, Koulibaly winning all the aerial battles. Koulibaly as well, yeah? Like I said in the previous video, I think his best job in a back three, by the way, not the back two, in the back three, is as a central centre-back. Why? Because his distribution is excellent and he's got good recovery pace, and aerially he's good. And what did we see today? The distribution from Koulibaly was A1, world class today. Brilliant distribution from him. I thought he dealt with Diego Costa well. I thought he dealt with the Wolves attacking line pretty well, man. So fair play to Kalidou Koulibaly. Excellent game today. But the second goal again, lovely bit of 1-2 football, flowing, intricate football that we were seeing from Chelsea Football Club. Mason Mount linking up well with Christian Pulisic. Mason, that ball that he played, that through ball he played to Pulisic in the smallest bit of spaces, and he really had to adjust his body, kind of had to play that pass on that turn, similar to what Aubameyang, how he finished in the last game, but not as much as that, but quite similar. Mason Mount puts it on the play for Pulisic. There's still a lot for him to do. He does dink Jose Sarr with his left foot. Strong finish as well, excellent finish. Pulisic definitely deserved that goal today, man. Chelsea at this point, which is absolutely cooking. We're dominant. We make our substitutions. Chukwuemeka, we got to see him come on as well. Got to show a bit of his skills. Exciting little prospect. Obviously, we haven't seen enough of him, but I thought he made a decent cameo when he stepped on. Armando Broja steps onto that pitch and gives a Diego Costa-esque performance in front of Diego Costa. It could not have been more of a fitting story, to be honest with you. I thought he was excellent. Took his goal pretty well. Isolates his defender inside the box. The defender can't commit, otherwise he could give away the penalty. Broja shifts his man very well, loses him, and places that ball with power. Far corner, Jose Sarr can't do nothing about it. It was an excellent, precise finish from the young, hungry striker. Excellent cameo for him. I'm happy that he got his goal. I thought it was an excellent goal, to be honest with you. Brilliant goal. Just summed us up for today. The youth playing a huge, integral part of our win. Cobham Academy playing a huge, central part of our win. Todd Bowley, you can see what he wants to build with the youngsters coming in. Graham Potter, the exciting football. It's all, hopefully it can all come together. Long may this continue. I'm not going to get too carried away. It's still very early on. But what I will say is I'm going to enjoy the positives for now. We haven't watched this kind of beautiful football for quite some time, to be honest with you. So it's quite a relief to see it yet again. We're also going into AC Milan with a strong team, rested players as well, off the back of another 3-0 win. I'm confident going into that game in the Champions League. Another must win. If we do win this game, I think we're definitely safe in terms of going through into the knockout stages of the Champions League. It's just about topping the group and getting the favourable draws in the knockout stages in the Champions League. But today I'm ecstatic. Graham Potter, hats off to Graham Potter. We got to see patterns of play between the attackers. The chemistry was beautiful. We got to see goals. We kept a clean sheet as well. Another 3 points in the Premier League, something that we desperately needed. Right now, I'm not really too concerned about league positions. I'm not going to lie to you, bruv. Like, it's still early in the season. Although, yeah, winning is important. But right now, I'm just more excited about the process that we're seeing. And, of course, we are getting the 3 points. Eventually, we're going to look to it. And we're going to say, rah, here we are, cool. Let's hope we maintain it. But this is excellent, man. This is excellent stuff from Graham Potter. Let me know your thoughts, as always, down there in the comments. I'd always like to read through what you lot think. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Follow the social medias as well. Hit that like button and the notification bell. You see, I had to remember those things there before I forget. But people, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please make sure you stay safe. Up the Chelsea, another 3 points. Clean sheet. For those that know, big up yourself. Yeah, clean sheet. On to the next one. Bless up, people.